Boy, y'all clap it up, man. Shalom, y'all. My brothers. Shalom, y'all. Shalom, y'all. My sisters. We are the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started out at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under that great leader, Commander Giuliani. Here in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, we are not affiliated with any other Hebrew Israelite.
That's right.
You understand? Any churches or any other organization, you understand? We stand alone. You understand? Here in the Isupk, we teach the truth according to this Bible. We teach our people, the Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans, the truth. Now, what's that truth? The truth is that the Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the true biblical Hebrew Jew, man.
Right.
You understand? That a person down there in Israel, he is not the real Jew. You understand? That's the Jewish man, man. You understand? The Jewish man stole our identity and ran. The Jewish man think he's the chosen people of God, man.
Right.
You understand? But the Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans is the true chosen people of God. You understand? The Lord chose us, Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man, to serve Him, man. You understand? You understand? Because if the Lord, you know what I'm saying, don't choose these other nations, man. The Lord said these other nations is like spittle, man. Right. You understand? And that's why, you know, in today with this coronavirus, our people the ones suffering the most, man. You understand? Because our people the ones now listening, man. Our people still want to smoke weed. They still want to smoke cigarettes, man. You know, our brothers and sisters in the world, they living it up. They want to do whatever they want to do, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's why the Lord is, you know, is ramping this world with the coronavirus. Huh? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Here in North Carolina, man, they got over 9,000 cases, man. You know what I'm saying? 300 dead, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the Lord's wrath, man, because our people don't want to listen, man. You know what I'm saying? And the Christian pastor, that nasty, disgusting, Christian pastor, man, he not warning the people at all, man. You know what I'm saying? The churches has been closed, man. We got about 5, 6 churches around here near the school, man. All of them been closed, man. You know what I'm saying? Usually they have Wednesday night service. Ain't no cars out there, man. You know what I'm saying? Because that corona keeping them inside. They scared. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's why today's class is very important. You won't be protected from the COVID-19 if you follow these laws, statutes, and commandments. Man. You don't have nothing to worry about if you follow these laws. You understand? Because the Lord will protect you, man. You understand? And our people, they need this protection, man. That's why here in Isupk, you know what I'm saying? We open, man. These doors is always open, man. You know, Monday through Saturday, these doors is open, man.
Yeah,
always teaching. Because our people, they need it, especially in today's time, man. Because your Christian pastor is in the house, man. Eating some pie, man. You know what I'm saying? Eating some pork chop, man. Right. You know what I'm saying? Our brothers and sisters in the world, they don't know what to do. You understand? But it's going to be sad. Sadly, when this corona go away, those brothers and sisters going to be right back in that church, man. Right. You know what I'm saying? And they didn't have no directions, man, from that pastor, man. Sadly, they will go back, man. You understand? Go ahead, brother.
They have one direction. Still pay them tithes.
That's right. Still pay them tithes, man. That's the only direction that Christian church, that Christian pastor is telling his congregation, man, is still paying them tithes, man. You know what I'm saying? Stop by the church and drop it off in the mail slot, man. You know what I'm saying? They don't made up what you call it, the PayPal and all that, man, to pay your tithes, man, online, man. Cash out, man. It's insane, man. The Christian pastor, you know, is not ordained to teach his Bible, man. The Christian pastor don't know his Bible, man.
That's right.
You understand? Okay, brother, if you can you give me Zephaniah 2:1? Book of Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 1, man. We're gonna go into it, man. Because you know what I'm saying, protection. If you serve the Most High, you will be protected from this COVID-19. You don't have to worry about anything. You serve the Most High, man. Here in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, we follow these laws, man. You understand? Every Wednesday night around this nation, man, we teach our people, man, the Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans, the laws according to this Bible, man. It's very important to follow these laws. You understand? You got that, brother?
Go ahead,
read.
The book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse 1. Gather yourselves together.
Gather what?
Gather yourselves together.
Gather yourself together, man. You know what I'm saying? That's mainly important in today's time. You understand? Because the coronavirus is running rampant, man. Right. You know what I'm saying? People out of work, you know what I'm saying? You can't pay your bills. So you got to gather yourself together. You got to help each other in today's time, man. Right. You know what I'm saying? Some people ain't working at all, man. Unemployment ain't kicked in yet, man. So you got to go to your brother, man. You got to go ask your brother for something, man. You got to ask your brother for some flour. You got to ask your brother for some sugar, man. So the scripture said, gather yourself together. Go ahead, read.
Yea, gather together, O nation, not desired.
Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you already know we the nation that desired, man. You know what I'm saying? The black man, you know what I'm saying, before this COVID kicked off, we was getting pulled out of the cars, man. Getting shot down on the streets, you know what I'm saying? The so-called Mexican man was, you know what I'm saying, getting deported left and right, man. You know what I'm saying? They locked up in cages, man.
That's
right. You know
what
I'm saying? The Native Americans, you know what I'm saying, they drunk out their minds over there on the reservation, man. You understand? We the nation that desired. Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Go ahead, read on.
Verse 2, before the decree bring forth, before the day pass as the chaff, before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you.
Before the fierce anger of the what?
come upon you.
Before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you, man. You know what I'm saying? The fierce anger of the Lord is here, man. You understand? Our brothers and sisters, you know what I'm saying, listen to that nasty, disgusting Christian pastor, man. You know what I'm saying? That Christian pastor tell you that you can eat crab, pork, shrimp, and lobster, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's why the Lord angers upon us, man. We want to smoke weed, you know what I'm saying? Our brothers and sisters over there celebrating 420, man, National Weed Day, man. They still wanted to celebrate Easter after the Lord canceled it, man.
Right.
You understand? So you know what happened the next day? The Lord brought some heavy winds, man, knocked down some houses, man. You know what I'm saying? Oh, because our brothers and sisters wanted to celebrate Easter, man. You understand? Go ahead, read on.
Before the day of the Lord's anger come upon you. Verse 3. Seek ye the Lord.
Seek you?
The Lord.
Oh, you're going to need the Lord. You're going to need to seek the Lord, man. You know what I'm saying? Because your churches is shut down, man. The Lord is not in those churches out. Right. You know what I'm saying? You got to seek the Lord. And the only way you're going to seek the Lord if you come into the Isupk, man.
That's right.
The Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, man. You understand? We're going to teach. We're going to tell you to follow these laws, statutes, and commandments, man. We're going to tell you to fear the Lord, man. You got to fear the Lord, man. You understand? If you don't fear the Lord, you're going to continue to smoke weed. Man. Right. You know what I'm saying? You're going to continue to be a homosexual, man. You understand? You got to fear the Lord, man. That's why our brothers and sisters, you know, getting coronavirus, man. They over this. You know what I'm saying? Not social distancing, man. You know what I'm saying? Go read on.
Verse 3. Seek ye the Lord, all ye meek of the earth, which have his judgment. Seek righteousness.
Seek what?
Seek righteousness.
You gotta seek righteousness, man. You know what I'm saying? Righteousness is right here in the Isupk.
That's right.
We're not gonna lead our brothers and sisters the wrong way like the Christian church do, man. We're not gonna tell our brothers and sisters to eat pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster, man. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, it's about to be shortage out here, man. They done hit the chicken now, man. Good night. Love chicken, man. It's about to be shortage on the chicken, man. You know what I'm saying? Now the Lord is putting us on a diet, man. We about to lose some weight, man. You understand? It's about to be shortage out here, man. Ain't no chicken, ain't no pork, ain't no beef, ain't no nothing, man. You know what I'm saying? We're about to turn vegan, man, almost, man. You understand? Go ahead, read on.
Seek righteousness. Seek meekness. It may be ye shall be hid in the day of the Lord's anger.
You're going to be hid in the days of the Lord's anger, man. You follow these laws, statutes, and commandments, man. You're going to be hid in the days, you know, of the Lord's anger, man. You know what I'm saying? Here in the Isupk, man, there's no cases, man, in this school of anybody having coronavirus, man. You know what I'm saying? Because we righteous, man. We follow these laws, statutes, and commandments, man. You understand?
That's right.
Go ahead, read on. Read from the top one more time, man.
The book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse 1. Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
The nation not desired, man. Black Hispanics and Native Americans, we the nation not desired, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why the scripture said that we got to gather ourselves together. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So we the nation not desired, man. You know what I'm saying? The only time these other nations want to deal with us is when we spending our money, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why the oppressor want us to go back to work so bad, man. You know what I'm saying? The oppressor down here in North Carolina, they fighting for us to open up the country, man. They want that money bad. They want the Negroes to go back on that slave plantation. Man. Right. You know what I'm saying? And the lady who organized the rally, she done got sick. You know what I'm saying? When you go against the Lord, man, you know what I'm saying, with this COVID, you're gonna get sick. You know what I'm saying? She got sick, man. She down. Go ahead, read on.
Verse 2. Before the decree bring forth, before the day pass as the chaff, before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you. Before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you, man. You know what I'm saying? Today's topic is about protection, man. You know what I'm saying? And that fierce anger of the Most High, man, you're not following these laws, statutes, and commandments, man, you will not be protected, man. But guess what? Statutes and commandments, guess what? You're going to be protected, man. You're going to be protected from the COVID-19, man. You understand? You're going to be protected from STDs, man. You're going to be protected from AIDS, man, because you're not a homosexual, man, because you're not a warmonger, man. You understand? Go ahead, read on. Before the day of the Lord's anger come upon you. Verse 3. Seek ye the Lord. You got to seek the Lord in today's time, man. You understand? The Christian church is not where it's at, man. I wish my brothers and sisters do not go back to that Christian church at all. You know what I'm saying? If the country do open up, man, our brothers and sisters need to stay away from that Christian church, man. You understand? Stay away from that Christian church. All that Christian pastor want is your tithes, man. You know what I'm saying? That Christian pastor don't have no knowledge at all, man. Go ahead, brother.
Like you, if I may, what you dropping is so heavy because at the end of the day, they closed down and ran away from you.
Right.
But you gonna turn around and run back to them? That's foolish.
That's straight foolish, brother. You know what I'm saying? Because as soon as that church opened up, man, I've been seeing people talk about it on Facebook, man. They can't wait till the church open back up, man.
No.
But they running right back, man. They can't wait, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's insane, man. You know, the scripture says how people lack knowledge, man. You know what I'm saying? They don't know, man. You understand? You read on.
Seek ye the Lord, all ye meek of the earth, which have wrought his judgment. Seek righteousness, seek meekness.
Right.
It may be ye shall be hid in the day.
It's very important, man. You know what I'm saying? That our brothers and sisters, we follow these laws, man. You know what I'm saying? The laws is the only protection that you won't have, man. You follow these laws, statutes, and commandments, you're gonna be protected from everything, man. You understand?
I got it out.
One second, let me get to it. All right, go ahead, read.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 31, verse 6. Be strong.
Be what?
Be strong.
Be what?
Be strong.
No, be weak.
Be strong.
You got to be strong, man. You understand? Yeah, in Isupk, we don't know nothing but to be strong, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Your Christian church is weak, man.
Right.
You got to come to a place where they're going to let you be strong, man. Go and read on.
And of good courage.
And of what?
Good
Your
courage.
Christian pastor don't have that courage, man. You know what I'm saying? Your Christian pastor is a weak coward, man. Go and read on.
Fear not, nor be afraid of them.
Fear not of what?
Nor be afraid of them.
We can't be afraid of no person, man. You understand? We can't be afraid. That's why the Lord bring this COVID-19 to protect us, man. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to fear no person at all. You understand? Go ahead, read on.
For the Lord thy power, he it them. For the Lord thy God, he it is that doth go with thee. He will not fail thee, nor forsake thee.
He will not what?
He will not fail thee, nor forsake thee.
You understand? The Lord will not fail you or forsake you, man. You understand? You following the Lord now. You follow these laws, statutes, and commandments. The Lord will not leave you, man. You will be protected, man. You understand? You ever notice why some people die of the coronavirus and some people, you know what I'm saying, recover? That's the Lord's will, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the Lord's will if you get that coronavirus. Nah, you understand? If you follow these laws, statutes, and commandments, man, you ain't gonna get that coronavirus, man. You know what I'm saying? But our brothers and sisters in the world that don't follow the truth, you know what I'm saying, they might get the coronavirus because that's the Lord's will, man. If the Lord wants them to die, they will die, man. You understand? Go ahead and read that from the top one more time.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 31, verse 6.
You got to be strong, man. Yeah, in the Israelite School, Universal Practical Knowledge, you know what I'm saying? We strong, man. To water y'all for commanding General Yohana, man. You know what I'm saying? He brings strong man. You understand? Go ahead, read on.
And of good courage.
And of good courage, man. You understand? Go ahead, read on.
Fear not, nor be afraid of them.
You can't be afraid of a person, man. Man, you got to speak up, man. You know what I'm saying? You don't fear no man, man. You know what I'm saying? The only man we fear in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge is the Most High, man.
Right.
You understand? Go ahead, read on.
For the Lord thy God, he it is that doth go with thee. He will not fail thee, nor forsake thee.
The Lord will not fail you or forsake you, man. You understand? Okay, brother, drop that. Let me get Exodus 14 and 14. The book of Exodus, chapter 14, verse 14, man. You understand? This is once again, this is the Isupk Durham and preaching office of my choir. You know what I'm saying? You know, bringing these scriptures out. You know what I'm saying, for our brothers and sisters, man. Wednesday night law class, man. Very important. This law is very important, man. And we follow. You got that, brother?
The book of Exodus, chapter 4, verse 14. And the anger of the Lord was kindled against Moses.
Exodus 14 and 14.
14, Salakia. 14 and 14.
Come.
What was that? Correct. I heard it wrong. The book of Exodus, chapter 14, verse 14. The Lord shall fight for you.
The Lord shall what?
Fight for you.
The Lord shall fight for you, man. You know what I'm saying? You follow these laws, statutes, and commandments, man. You don't have to pick up not one gun, man. You ain't got to pick up not one knife, man. You don't have to lift up a finger, man. The scripture said the Lord will fight for you, man. You understand? Go read on.
And ye shall hold your peace.
You shall hold your peace, man. You know what I'm saying? Continue doing what you're doing, man. You understand? Come to school. You know what I'm saying? You go to your slavery if you still got a slavery. The Lord, you got to hold your peace, man. You ain't got to do anything at all, man. Go ahead, read on.
Verse 15. And the Lord said unto Moses.
Read that one more time from the top.
From the top. The book of Exodus, chapter 14, verse 14. The Lord shall fight for you.
The Lord shall fight for you, man. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, read on.
And ye shall hold your peace.
You shall hold your peace, man. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to lift up a finger, man, to this oppression, man. You know what I'm saying? You go about your daily life, you follow these law, statutes, and commandments, everything will be twelve with you, man. You understand? Okay, brother, drop that. Let me get Philippians 4:13. 4:13.
The book of Philippians. Oh, that's Colossians. The book of Philippians, chapter 4, verse 14. Notwithstanding.
4:13.
4:13. Salakia. The book of Philippians, chapter 4, verse 14. I can do all things. 4:13. I can do all things through Christ, which strengtheneth me.
Well, this is the Christian church favorite scripture right here, bro. The Christian church, you will wear the hell out of this scripture right here. You know what I'm saying? I can do all things through Christ, which strengthens me, man. You understand? But Christ ain't gonna give you no strength if you out here, you sinner, man. You a sinner. You understand? The Lord ain't gonna give you no strength if you out here smoking weed, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You a homosexual, man.
Right.
You understand? The Christian church don't know what they talking about, but they wear the hell out of this scripture, man.
Okay.
Read that again one more time from the top.
I can do all things through Christ, which strengtheneth me.
Which strengthens me, man. You know what I'm saying? The Christian church, man, they got this plastered on the wall, man. You know what I'm saying? This is the number one scripture in the Christian church, right? You know what I'm saying? But what they don't know is the Lord is not hearing their prayers, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You a sinner out here, the Lord don't hear your prayer at all, man. You understand? Read that one more time from the top.
I can do all things through Christ, which strengtheneth me.
I can do all things through Christ, which strengthens me, man. You know what I'm saying? Here in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, you know what I'm saying? The Lord give us all our strength, man. We follow these law, statutes, and commandments.
That's right.
You understand? So we got strength in the school, man. You understand? You about to drop that. Let me get Psalms 118 and 8. Psalms 118 and 8. You understand? Here in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, we teach our Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you know what I'm saying, this Bible, man. You know what I'm saying? We teach our people to follow these law, statutes, and commandments. Don't eat crab, pork, shrimp, or lobster, man. You know what I'm saying? You want to lose a limb? Eat that crab, man. Eat that pork, man. You know what I'm saying? Your limbs will get cut off, man.
Right.
You understand? Go ahead, read on.
The book of Psalms 118, verse 8. It is better to trust in the Lord.
It's better than what?
To trust in the Lord.
It's always better to trust in the Lord, man. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is who's going to bring you through, man. The Lord is bringing you through this crisis that's going on, through this pandemic, man. You understand? So you got to trust in the Lord, man. Go ahead, read on.
Then to put confidence in princes.
Then to put confidence in who?
In princes.
Then to put confidence, man. You understand? And man, man. You know what I'm saying? Man, you see your Christian pastor, man, he not giving, his congregation any information at all, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He just say, the church is closed. That's it, man. You think that Christian pastor is calling his congregation and asking them, do they need anything? No. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, brother.
But he is calling for them to bring that stimulus check.
Yeah, man.
Right. You know what I'm saying? They're calling for that stimulus check, man. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got no job. Your stimulus check is for you to pay your bills. Huh? But your Christian pastor wants it all.
All.
He wanted it all. You know what I'm saying? Not 10%. He wanted it all, man.
Right.
And that is disgusting, man. Because you ain't got no money, you ain't got no job. How you gonna pay your bills, man? You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, read on. One more time.
The book of Psalms, chapter 18, verse 8. It is better to trust in the Lord than to put confidence in man. So like it.
It's better to trust in the Lord, man. You know what I'm saying? Because you're nasty, disgusting Christian pastor, man. You can't put no trust in him, man.
No.
You know, you understand? They want to, you know, feel up and touch up on your woman in that church, man. You know what I'm saying? The kids is getting molested in the church, man. You understand? Good night. If you go on Google, man, and Google how many preachers died, you know, from the COVID-19, you'll be surprised, huh? There's over 50 cases of these preachers dying, man. Why? Because they, you know, want to teach that the COVID-19 come from the devil, man. You know what I'm saying? But this is Christ is doing this, man.
Right.
You understand? They dropping dead, man. You know what I'm saying? Go read on.
Verse 9. It is better to trust in the Lord than to put confidence in princes.
Mm-hmm.
Princes.
Okay, drop that, brother. Let me get Nahum chapter 1, verse 7. Nahum. You know what I'm saying? You can't put your trust in that Christian pastor, man. That Christian pastor is not trustworthy, man. You know what I'm saying? You steal your money, you go get all the big houses you want, drive all the fancy cars, man, and steal your woman too, man. You understand?
Say that in Nahum what?
1 and 7.
The book of Nahum, chapter 1, verse 7. The Lord is good.
The Lord is what?
The Lord is good.
The Lord is good, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the Israelite School Universal Practical Knowledge. The Lord has been good to us, man. You understand? None of our brothers got that COVID, man. You understand? The Lord is good, man. You understand? Go and read on.
A stronghold in the day of trouble.
A strong what?
A stronghold in the day of trouble.
There's a stronghold in the day of trouble, man. You know what I'm saying? The Israelite God is the only God that's holding up in this with this pandemic, man. You know what I'm saying? The Muslim guy, you know what I'm saying? But their brothers and sisters can't even go to Mecca, man, and bump their head on that rock, man. You know what I'm saying? Go and read that from the top one time.
The Lord is good.
The Lord is good, man. The Israelites, I'm saying, not Caesar Borgia, that oppressor, man, that blue-eyed devil with stringy hair, man. Right. You understand? The Lord, the Israelite God, he's good. Go and read on.
A stronghold in the day of trouble.
A stronghold in the day of trouble, man. Go ahead.
And he knoweth them that trust in him.
He knoweth what?
He knoweth them that trust in him.
He knows who trusts in him, man. You know what I'm saying? Our brothers and sisters right now, they questioning God, man. Why did the Lord bring this COVID-19 killing people, man? You know what I'm saying? You don't have no trust in him, man. You know, you understand? And the Lord knows who trusts in him, man. You understand? Go read on.
Verse 8. But with an overrunning flood, he will make an utter end of the place thereof.
Right.
And darkness shall pursue his enemy.
That's right, man. Drop that. Let me get 2 Chronicles 7 and 14, man. You understand? You got to trust in the Lord, man. You got to trust the Lord that the Lord will protect you in this time, man. You got to have faith in the Lord, man.
Right.
You understand? COVID-19, you know what I'm saying? If you serve the Lord, man, you don't have to worry about getting that COVID-19, huh? You understand? You got that, brother?
Kind of. 2 Chronicles, chapter 7, verse 14. If my people.
If what?
My people.
My people, man. You understand? That sound like a little racist to me. My people, man. That's a specific. You understand? Set of people. My people. The Lord is saying, my people. Go ahead.
Which are called by my name. Shall humble themselves.
Shall what?
Shall humble themselves.
Well, Hispanics and Native Americans, we got to humble ourselves, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Our people, they stiff-necked people, man. Our people are so hard-headed, man. You understand? Our people don't want to listen at all, man. You can't tell our brothers and sisters in the world anything, huh? You understand? They'll battle you to the end, and they're the one that's wrong, man. You understand? Go read on.
Shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways.
And turn from what?
Their wicked ways.
Stop smoking that weed, man. You understand? Stop smoking that cigarette, man. You understand? Stop being a homosexual. Stop being a whoremonger, man.
Right.
You understand? You got to turn from those wicked ways, man. America tell our brothers and sisters that they can do all these things, man. You understand? They don't open up weed shops all over the country, man. You understand? What's going to happen if these weed shops close down? What happens if weed run up, man? What you think our brothers and sisters going to do, man?
They're going to find something else.
They're going to find something else, something stronger.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're going to destroy their lives, man. You understand? You got to get off that weed, man. You know, our brothers and sisters, they so addicted to this weed that it don't make no sense, man. You understand? Weed is like crack, man. You tell a brother in the word. Go ahead, brother.
If I may, like our people, like we so messed up, like we don't want to deal with. This is why I believe, and as a former addict myself, we don't want to deal with life on life terms.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We want to live in some other kind of mindset, other than what the reality is. And that's one of the reasons why we use drugs.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Our brothers and sisters, man, they use that weed to escape reality, man. You know what I'm saying? They depress and oppress, man. You know what I'm saying? And they smoke that weed. I got a friend in the world, man. You know what I'm saying? He smoked weed breakfast, lunch, and dinner, man. He can't do anything without, smoking that weed, man. He talk about, man, the weed just relax me when I get off work, man. I just want to relax, man. That's what the weed is for, man. But really, he's an addict, man. Yep. And when I tell him that, man, he just want to get off the phone, man. Like, it's good night. I'll talk to you later, man. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to hear that, man. But he's really a drug addict, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, read on.
And turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear from heaven.
Then the Lord gonna hear from heaven, man. You know what I'm saying? You turn from them wicked ways, you stop eating crab, pork, shrimp, and lobster. You know what I'm saying? You stop being a Christian, man. You stop going to that Muslim mosque, man. You understand? The Lord's gonna hear you, man. You understand? Go ahead, read on.
And I will forgive their sins.
And he will what?
And I will forgive their sins.
He will forgive your sins, man. You understand? You got to follow these laws, statutes, and commandments, man. The Lord will forgive you, man. Come into this truth. Come into the Isupk, man. You understand? A couple weeks ago, the governor of New York, Cuomo, said, you know what I'm saying, when the COVID-19 was going down, the numbers was going down in New York, he said the Lord ain't had nothing to do with that, man. You understand? And a couple of days later, his brother got sick with the COVID-19, man. You can't box with God, man. Your arms is too short to box with the Lord, man.
That's right.
You understand? Where read on?
And I will heal their land.
And the Lord is going to heal this land, man. The Lord just wants us to gather ourselves together, man. The Lord wants us to get ourselves together, man. You know what I'm saying? Stop shooting and killing each other, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't kill a brother because he stepped on your Nikes, man. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, read that one more time from the top.
The book of Chronicles, chapter 7, verse 14. If my people, which are called by my name, shall humble themselves, and pray and seek my face.
Seek his face, man. The Israelite God, black man. Jesus Christ is a black man from the tribe of Judah, man. You know what I'm saying? Our people got a whole lot of wicked ways, man. You know what I'm saying? There's still a lot of killing that's going on. Why you supposed to be quarantining, man? Brothers still killing each other, man. There's a lot of killing going on, man. You know what I'm saying? Husbands is on the news, husbands killing their wives, killing children, man. You understand? Go ahead, read on.
Then will I hear from heaven, and will forgive their sins, and will heal their land.
The Lord will forgive your sins, man. And he will heal this land of this COVID-19, man. You follow these laws, statutes, and commandments. You understand? Here, brothers, drop that. Let me get Durham 28:1, man. You know what I'm saying? It's very important that we follow these laws, statutes, and commandments, man. That's the only thing that's going to save us, man. You understand? Got that, bro?
Comment.
Go ahead.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 1. And it shall come to pass.
It shall what?
Come to pass.
It shall come to pass, man. It means this is going to happen, man. Go ahead, read on.
If thou shalt hearken diligently.
Thou shalt hearken diligently. Go ahead, read on.
Unto the voice of the Lord thy power, to observe and to do all his commandments.
You got to observe and do all these commandments, man. You understand? You got to observe and do the least commandment, man. And you will be protected, man. You understand? The Lord protection will be on you, man. If you follow all statutes and commandments, man. Go ahead, read on.
To do all his commandments which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy power will set thee on high.
All nations, man. Black man, Hispanic man, Native American, don't you want to be set up high, man? Ain't you tired of being on the bottom? I know I'm tired of it. Me and my brothers in the Israelite school, Universal Practical Knowledge, we tired of being on the bottom, man. You understand? We want to be on top, man. You understand? We want slaves, man. You understand? Read that again one more time from the top, Barbara Show.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 1. And it shall come to pass.
It shall come to pass, man. It means it's going to happen. Will?
If thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
You listen to the Lord, man. You know what I'm saying? You listen to the Lord thy God.
His
You
commandments.
have to observe, man. You know what I'm saying? They don't do this in the Christian church. In the Christian church, they don't observe or follow these commandments, man. You understand? You got to come to the Israelite School University. Go and read on.
Which I command thee this day. Which I command thee this day.
The Lord commanded this day, man. You understand? This day. Go and read on.
That the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
The Lord will set you above all nations, man. You know what I'm saying? And I can't wait till that day the Lord set us above all nations, man. You understand? That means the Chinese man is going to be working for me, man.
Right.
We ain't got to go buy his chicken wing and fried rice anymore, man. You understand? Okay, brother, drop that. Let me get on Psalms 115 and 11. Is it up? Yes, it will. You understand? Psalms 115 and 11.
I got it up. The book of Psalms, chapter 115, verse 11. Ye that fear the Lord, trust in the Lord.
Ye that what?
Ye that fear the Lord, trust in the Lord.
You got to fear the Lord, man. You got to fear the Lord, man. That's the only way you're gonna follow these laws, statutes, and commandments. If you fear the Lord. You don't fear the Lord, you're gonna be a homosexual, man.
Right.
You don't fear the Lord, you're gonna be smoking that weed and that cigarette, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're gonna kill your brother, man. You understand? You got to fear the Lord, man. That's where it starts. That's the beginning, man. You understand? Go ahead, read on.
Trust in the Lord. He is their help and their shield.
He's their what?
Their help and their shield.
The Lord is our help, man. During this COVID-19, the Lord is our help. The Lord is our guide, man. You know what I'm saying? This school is guidance, man. You know what I'm saying? To water your house, Commander Journey Honda for the leadership, man. You understand? Go ahead, read on.
Verse 12. The Lord has been mindful of us. He will bless us. He will bless the house of Israel. He will bless the house of Aaron.
The Lord will bless us, man. You understand? You're about to drop that. Let me get 1 John chapter 2. 2 and 4.
The book of 1 John chapter 2, verse 4. He that saith, I know him, and keepeth not his commandments is a liar.
Is a what?
Liar.
Is a what?
Liar.
Is a liar, man. Your Christian pastor is a liar, man. You understand? Because he don't keep none of these commandments, man. Your Christian pastor will tell you keep the Big Ten, and you don't even keep that. You understand? Your Christian pastor is a liar. He's a disgusting.
The book of 1 John chapter 2, verse 4. He that saith, I know him, and keepeth not his commandments is a liar.
Is a liar, man. And that's why the Christian church doesn't have any protection from the Most High, man. That's why the Christian church, you know what I'm saying, is getting coronavirus rampant, man. The pastors are dying, man. They don't have no protection from the Most High, man. Because he don't follow his commandments and he's a liar, man. Right. You understand? Where we on?
Verse 5. Salakia. And the truth is not in him.
And the truth is what?
Not in him.
The truth is not in that. You understand? The truth is not in that church, man.
Right.
But you know what the truth is? The truth is here in the Isupk.
That's right.
You understand? Where we on?
But whoso keepeth his word, in him verily is the love of God.
Is the what?
Is the love of God perfected.
Is the love of God perfected, man. Salakia. Something wrong with the video. Read that one more time from the top.
But whoso keepeth his word, in him verily is the love of God perfected. Hereby know we that we are in him.
That's right, man. You know what I'm saying? Right. Read that one more time from the top, Papa Shaw.
The book of 1 John, chapter 2, verse For he that saith, I know him, and keepeth not his commandments, is a liar.
You a liar, man. You know what I'm saying? You say you love the Lord and you don't keep his commandments, man. You understand? And most of our brothers and sisters in the world, man, you know, they say they love the Lord, man. But they're not keeping none of these law, statutes, and commandments, man. So that makes them a liar, man.
Right.
You understand? Your mother's a liar, man. Your grandmother's a liar, man. Because they don't keep these law, statutes, and commandments, man. You understand? Okay, brother, drop that. Let me get 1 John 5 and 3.
The book of 1 John, chapter 5, verse 3. For this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments.
Yeah, we keep his commandments, man. That's plain and simple, man. That's the love of God, man. You ask people what's love, man. They won't be able to tell you, man. But the scripture tell you if you love God, you won't keep these law, statutes, and commandments, man. You understand? And your Christian pastor don't love God at all, man. The Christian church is just a concert, man. It's just like a hip hop concert, man. You go there, you dance, you sing, man. You know what I'm saying? That Christian pastor, he crack open that Bible and read 3 scriptures, man. And after that, the drums going off, man. The organs is going off, man. You understand? And that's it. That's the show for the night. You understand? And then he get his tithe money and he send you on, man. And guess what? You go in that car, and guess what you're gonna do? You're gonna pull that bottle from the bottom of that seat. You're gonna take you a sip and you're gonna light that blunt up, man. You know what I'm saying? You still won't person to press after leaving that Christian church, man. Go on.
And his commandments are not grievous.
And his commandments are not what?
Grievous.
The commandments are not hard, man. It's not hard, man. Our brothers and sisters, they drive around all year, man. 12 months out the year, man. Don't get a speeding ticket at all, man. What does that make you?
Lawful.
It makes you perfect, man. You know what I'm saying? You perfect. So why can you not follow these laws and be perfect, man? It ain't hard at all. Go ahead, brother.
If I may, in all humility and all truth, I'm shocked how easy it was for me to make the transition. You know, I only smoked weed one time since I came in this room, once. And I've tried to follow the commandments to the best of my ability. Like I gave up, shrimp, crab, lobster, tuna fish, all that. But it wasn't hard.
It wasn't hard.
It wasn't, really. That's the truth.
You know what I'm saying? Our brothers and sisters in the world, they think it's hard to give up their weed, to give up their crab, pork, shrimp, and lobster. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Our sisters, they love some crab. They love some lobster. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't even on meat, man. Right. You know what I'm saying? It ain't even no meat in that crab and that lobster, right? Boy.
It's been pitched to us as a delicacy.
Right.
It's poison.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Man, I don't see what our sisters, man. You tell a sister you gonna take her to Red Lobster, you will get some that night. You know what I'm saying? Because there's just something about that crab, man. Just something about that lobster that our sisters love so much, man. You understand? And it's an abomination to eat that crab, pork, shrimp, and lobster.
Right.
You understand? What you one more time from top?
If I may, one more thing. I don't mind saying it, like the biggest battle that I had with my rib was still in the world. She gave up weed and she gave up pork, but she don't want to give up that shrimp and that lobster. That's word.
You got to tell her there's roaches.
I told her.
You know what I'm saying?
Tell her she
roaches are the ocean, man. You understand?
She getting there, though. I told her, brother. Trust me.
Right. You know what I'm saying? You got to get, our brothers and sisters, they act like they can't give up that pork either, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why the Lord had to shut down that Smithfield plant where all the pork come from, man. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. Brothers changing up now, man. They ain't eating pork no more, man. Go ahead.
If I may. Also, like in North Carolina, they got a lot of pig farms. And I saw this documentary where most of the pig farms are near black community. Right. And they allow the runoff, the filthy runoff water and stuff to get into the black people's water supply and their food supply.
Right, man. Disgusting, man. You know, I seen on the news.
I'm glad they shut it down.
I seen on the news earlier before I came in, man. They got to kill 1 million pigs, man. You know what I'm saying? Because they said there ain't nobody buying the pigs. Good night. Who out of your holler? You know what I'm saying? Our brothers and sisters don't supposed to be no pork chop anyway. Go ahead, bro.
I got a video on my phone that they sat there and dug like this great big pit.
Right.
And pushed off the pigs off into the pit and started setting them on fire.
I see that.
In there. Yeah, I saw that too, man. That was crazy, man.
Yeah, man.
And then if I may, they had a report on the news that had like so many different states that sat there and started shutting down their pork farms because a lot of them had, the COVID-19 in the pig. but a lot of them still have it. Like out of all the states, only 9 of them got shut down, and there are so many more pork farms that are in the United States alone.
So you know what that means? They cutting up them pigs with the COVID-19 in it and selling it, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And our people, man, you know, they love that pork chop. Our brothers and sisters love fried pork chop, man. You know what I'm saying? Fried pork chop, man, is true. They rather that than chicken, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous, man.
So when I was a kid, man, pork chop was the man. Pork chop and ham. Those are special days, man.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Thanksgiving come around, man. They got the ham, the whole ham with pineapples and shit on it, man.
And I was just gonna go there because after Thanksgiving, that sandwich that you made the next day, you didn't tell nobody that wasn't good.
Right. You know what I'm saying? But you eat that pork, brother. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get high blood pressure, hypertension, man. You're gonna get that limb, that leg gonna get cut off. You know what I'm saying? The arm gonna get cut off, man. And the hood don't care, but the hood they're gonna make fun of you out. You know what I'm saying? They don't care, the hood, man. You got one leg and one arm, they making fun of you, man. You understand? Go ahead, read on, bro.
Verse 4, for whatsoever is born of God overcometh the world. And this is the victory that overcometh the world, even our faith.
Even our faith, man. You understand? Hey, brother, drop that. Let me get Deuteronomy 14:2, man. You know what I'm saying? Because our people, man, you know, you serve the Lord, man. You follow these laws, statutes, and commandments. Protection will be all on you, man. You don't need to walk around. You don't need to walk around with no gun, man. You know what I'm saying? There's zeal, man. You always got an angel looking out for you, man. You understand? You got that, brother?
Comment one.
Go ahead.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 14, verse 2. For thou art an holy people.
For thou art what?
An holy people.
Holy people, man. You know what I'm saying? That's plural, man. Holy, man, is, you know what I'm saying? There's a set of people, man. You understand? Go ahead.
Unto the Lord thy power.
Unto the what?
Unto the Lord thy power.
Unto the Lord thy power. Go ahead.
And the Lord hath chosen thee to be a peculiar people.
To be a what?
A peculiar people.
A peculiar people, man. Go ahead, read on.
Unto himself.
Unto himself, man. You know what I'm saying? That sound racist to me, man. You know what I'm saying? The Lord got a set of people that he loved, man. The 12 tribe of Israel, man. Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. He don't deal with these other nations, man. You understand? Go ahead, read on.
Above all the nations that are upon the earth.
Above what? Above what?
All the nations that are upon the earth.
Above the Chinese, man. Above the Japanese, man. You understand? The Lord put us up top high, man, above all these nations, man. Go ahead, read on.
Verse 3. Thou shalt not eat any abominable thing.
Any what?
Any abominable thing.
You should not eat any abominable things.
Right.
We just talked about that, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can't be eating that crab, pork, shrimp, and lobster, man. Can't eat that squid, man. Man, you be seeing them videos on Facebook with them more bites be eating them live octopus and that's insane, man. Clam, you know what I'm saying? Snails, they eat all that stuff live. They don't even gut it, man. Go ahead, read.
If I may, I saw a picture, right? It was like about 50 dogs already cooked. You know, the caption was "dog ready to eat." And I mean, it was horrible, man. It was horrible to see that.
I seen a video on YouTube with you know what I'm saying, with the Wuhan, man. They marketed Wuhan, man. They got all kind of meats, man. Discuss dead snakes, you know what I'm saying, bats, everything just looked nasty, man. They just scoop it up off the table and put it in a black bag, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's where the COVID-19 came from, man. From that nasty, disgusting, you know what I'm saying, more bites eating all that nasty thing, man. You know what I'm saying? Eating all the cats, dogs, rats, bats. You understand? Where we go?
Verse 4. These are the beasts which ye shall eat: the ox, the sheep, and the goat.
The ox, the sheep, and the goat. You know what I'm saying? That's what you can eat, man. You know what I'm saying? The ox, the sheep, and the goat. And they all taste good, man.
Yeah.
You understand? Get you some curry goat, man. Get you some steak. You know what I'm saying? Okay, brother, drop that. Let me get Proverbs 9 and 10, man. Proverbs 9 and 10. It's my last scripture.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 9, verse 10.
Mm-hmm.
The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom.
The fear of the Lord is what?
The beginning of wisdom.
The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, man. You know what I'm saying? You got the fear of the Lord, man. You know what I'm saying? That's number one. You got the fear of the Lord to continue in the truth. Because if you don't fear the Lord, guess what? You're going to continue in sin, man. You're going to continue sinning. Man. You're going to continue smoking that weed, man. You know what I'm saying? You're going to continue eating that crab, pork, shrimp, and lobster, man. You're going to continue sleeping with our sisters and throwing them away, man. So you got the fear of the Lord and follow these laws, statutes, and commandments.
Right.
You understand? Read that again one more time, Brother Michelle.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 9, verse 10. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom.
It's the beginning of what?
Wisdom.
It's the beginning of wisdom, man. You understand? You got the fear of the Most High, man.
Right.
You understand? And with that being said, that's my time, Israel. I'm going to bring up the next powerful priest. Shalom.
You know what I'm saying? Get that powerful priest and pop another hand, man. I mean, my be breaking it down, man. You know what I'm saying? They're precept upon precept. You know what I mean? Line upon line, man. Here a little, there a little. You understand? Like the men in the ISUPK, man, you know what I'm saying? What Commander Jimmy Honor is doing is amazing, brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, this world can't fathom, nor do they understand and the things that we accomplish in this school, man. You know what I mean? The changes that we made as men and the sacrifices we made as men, you know what I'm saying? We're being in this truth, man. You understand? Like, you know what I'm saying? What we do, the work that the men is the men of what? Is the work of 1,000. You know what I'm saying? Like the scriptures say, man. You know what I mean? The labor, you know what I'm saying? The work is there, but you know what I'm saying? The laborers are few. You know what I mean? Like we put in work that, you know what I'm saying? We need 1,000 more brothers to actually be able to do. You know what I'm saying? But with the spirit of the Lord, man, you know what I'm saying? We're able to get, you know what I'm saying, get this work done and get it proliferated throughout the earth. You understand? But real quick, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna switch over the topic. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna break down these birthdays, man. Get into the history of these birthdays just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna find out, brother, if you could hit that AC, right? We're gonna, and you ain't gotta put it too low, you know, just something. Right. We're gonna find out whether or not we're gonna look up the history, right, and the origin of these birthdays, and see if it's something that we should indulge in and engage in. You understand, as Hebrew Israelites, right? So, brother, if you could, I sent you a text. If we could go to that joint, right? You too, go to that. Should be the last one I sent you, not the first one.
This is why you get to celebrate?
Yes.
I got it out.
Should be that
I brought it up. This is why you get to celebrate your birthday every year.
Nice and loud for me, right?
This is why you get to celebrate your birthday every year.
You understand? We're gonna look into the origin, you understand, of these so-called birthdays, man. And we're gonna find out where they come from. And then I'm gonna show you in the Bible who celebrate their birthdays as well. We're gonna find out whether or not, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna see if they were God's chosen people. We're gonna see if it's something that God wanted us to do, right? So read that, brother.
Have you ever thought about why we even bother to celebrate birthdays?
Mm-hmm.
When you think about it, they're really just an opportunity for your friends and family to come together and congratulate you for surviving another year.
For what?
Surviving another year.
Right. You know, when every goddamn day is survival for Blacks, Hispanics, and
That's right.
You understand? We so focused on birthday, you know what I'm saying? You're talking about some surviving a whole year. You know what I mean? What about today? You understand? What about yesterday, man? Right. If you're a Black, Hispanic, and Native American, and you stepping outside, you know what I'm saying? Your life is in danger, man. Right. You understand? Like these nations, man, this world that we live in, us and Isupk, we know that these other nations are confederate against us. You know what I mean? We know that there are beasts on this earth that are hunting us, man. You understand? Every day is goddamn survival, brother. You know what I mean? Every day you decide to step outside, you risk your life to what? To number one, police brutality, man. You know what I'm saying? You're a black Hispanic Native American Indian, man. You know what I mean? You getting pulled over by the police or police bothering you or interacting with you, you fear for your goddamn life, man. You know what I'm saying? Hell, a brother just broke down a story. Yeah, I remember the story the brother broke out. He said, brother was jogging, right? Remember the brother's story broke out? You understand? The brother was just doing his daily goddamn run. A daily run, man. You understand? And these two oppressors took it upon themselves to investigate, to see if he was, you know what I'm saying, a criminal that they thought he was. Which they look at all black people like criminals anyway. They look at all of us like thugs and gang bangers and drug dealers. You understand? When they're the real drug dealers, you understand? When they're the real criminals, you know what I'm saying? Kind of what you got, brother?
Like what you're saying, it's so heavy. Mm-hmm. The oppressors look at us as thugs, but you know what I'm saying? The oppressors don't want bringing out their guns and threatening the government.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And rallies and stuff.
You understand? Right. Like that. These oppressors, they ain't playing no game, man. You know what I mean? They got their guns out and rallies and marching. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because they trying to go back to work because, you know what, all them condos and them mansions and them beach houses, you know, the payments start to add up when you ain't making those 7 figures every day no more. You understand? So, you know what I'm saying? We know that money is the oppressor's God, man.
That's right.
And he'll be damned if he lose that. You know what I mean? He don't care who it is. He don't even, you know how he might saw. You get pulled over by the police as a brother, you in the car, you sweating. You already got your hands out the window or on the steering wheel. You already got your wallet. Your license and registration is ready. Oh, not the oppressor. He getting out the car. Like, what do you want? What you pulling me over for, man? I got somewhere to go. What? You understand? Because they are just prideful monsters, man. You understand? They don't give a damn about nobody but themselves. You know what I mean? But we're going to get back to it, though, you know?
But for some reason, it's become far more than that.
Wait, say that one more time?
But for some reason, it's become far more than that.
Read on.
Although research on the exact origin of birthdays and birthday cakes remains inconclusive.
Drop down to the first section, right? You scroll down, I believe it goes into the sections, right?
Let's see. Egyptians started the party.
Damn right. You know what I'm saying? Start from the top, right? Yeah, start from right there. Real quick, if you could, Baba Kashaw, give me Isaiah 31.
Isaiah 31.
Okay. Because this is what you gotta understand about blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, man. Like when you go on these records and you read these stories, you find out that we are just hard-headed, man. You understand? We are just hard-headed, stiff-necked people, like the brother brought out. You know what I'm saying? We teach blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians that what we can't eat shrimp, crab, pork, and lobster. You know, so you gotta let go of that pork chop. You gotta let go of that shrimp, sis. You gotta let go of them crab legs. You know what I'm saying? And black people will fight you tooth and nail to justify why they should eat sea roaches. You understand? To justify why they should be able to eat an animal that the Lord calls, you know what I'm saying, a goddamn abomination. Right. That the Lord calls, you know what I'm saying, calls unclean unto us, man. You understand? We are just a rebellious and a stiff-necked people, and it's in the Bible, man. You understand? Read it from the top.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 30, verse 1. Mm-hmm. Woe to the rebellious children.
Woe to?
The rebellious children.
You understand? What does woe mean? Saddam.
Death and destruction.
Damn right, man. Sudden destruction. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Sudden destruction. Woe to who? Read one more time.
Woe to the rebellious children.
To the rebellious children. You understand? Read on.
Saith the Lord.
Saith who?
Saith the Lord.
You know what I'm saying? The Lord is saying, man, destruction unto these rebellious children, man. You understand? Destruction unto my hard-headed kids, basically, man. You understand? Like any father would say, man. You know what I'm saying? Lord, find out you're doing something you ain't got no business doing. What your father gonna say? He's, I'm gonna tear that boy up when he get home.
Right.
Oh, she wanna be in school and she wanna act out? All right, wait till she get home. Ooh-wee. You know what I'm saying? Got something nice for her, right? Read on.
That take counsel.
That do what?
Take counsel. But not of me.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, what does that mean? We take the counsel, man. We take the advice. You understand what I'm saying? We take the doctrines, man, from what? From these other nations, man. You understand what I'm saying? We follow what they believe in, man. We take their advice. They tell you that God loves everybody. We just run with it. You understand what I'm saying? We don't even go try to do our own research ourselves. They say, oh, you baptize yourself by dipping yourself in this water. We just run with it. You understand what I'm saying? We don't do no research for our goddamn self, man. You know what I'm saying? Like the scriptures say, how long are we going to continue to be simple? You understand? How long are we going to continue to be just damn robots, basically? You know what I mean? And not find out anything for ourselves. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Saddam? Nah, just the YouTube right now. The Facebook was tripping, right? But read on.
And that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit.
That do what?
Cover with a covering. But not of my spirit.
You understand what I'm saying? Because whose spirit do we take on, man? If we're not covered with the spirit of the Lord, whose spirit we taking on? What you got?
The oppressor.
The so-called oppressor, man. You know what I'm saying? Get that brother in hand. You understand? We take on the spirit of the so-called oppressor, man. This so-called colonizer on this earth, man. You understand? Who has proliferated his doctrines and his ideologies, throughout the whole entire earth. Why? Because the scriptures say what? Job 9:24, man. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. You understand? Like, this place is his, man. This earth, this kingdom right now belongs to him. This is not our kingdom, man. You understand? So why the hell do you want to celebrate your birthday in this place anyway? You know what I'm saying? What are you celebrating for? You know what I mean? You just read what it said. It said the survival. You survived the whole year. Let's celebrate it. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because you damn near lose your life every day, man. You understand? Why would you even have to celebrate it? You know what I mean? Like, you could possibly lose your life every day in this place. You understand? But read on.
But not of my spirit.
But not of my spirit, man. You know what I'm saying? We don't take on the spirit of the Lord, man. We don't take on, you understand, the understanding and the doctrine that the Lord intended for us to learn, man. That the Lord wanted to be proliferated throughout the earth. You understand? We take on the spirit in the Bible, our oppressors, man. You understand? Read on.
That they may add sin to sin.
That they may do what?
Add sin to
You
sin.
understand? We just being wicked as hell, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We just being wicked as hell. You know what I'm saying? And this, what we do, we just continue to find more ways and more ways to be wicked. You understand? And who else did this, right? Who else took on the covering of someone else, right? Who else took counsel from someone else? Who else made the same mistake in the Old Testament?
Solomon.
Go back further. Who else? Who else put on that covering of someone else? Who else had to go put them figs and them twigs on themselves, right? Who else noticed that they was naked? You understand? What you got, Doc? Adam and Eve. Yeah, I'm right. You understand what I'm saying? They put on the covering, man. You know what I'm saying? Like when they said the scripture said they put them figs and them twigs on them, man. That's the culture of these other nations. You understand? They took on the cultures of these other nations and they neglected what the Lord had already given to them. You know what I mean? When what the Lord gives you, man, it's pure gold. It don't get no better than that. You understand? You worry about celebrating your goddamn birthday. You need to be worried about celebrating this Passover coming out. That's what you need to be worried about. You know what I'm saying? You need to be worried about diving into this Bible and actually finding out what the Lord wants you to celebrate. Like has anybody ever actually taken the time to be like, you know what I'm saying? Does the Lord approve of birthdays?
Right.
Are birthdays actually in the Bible? Has anyone actually taken the time out to do that? Hell no. You understand what you guys said?
Are birthdays actually in the Bible?
Yeah, it's in the Bible.
I never seen it.
It's in the Bible.
Only Esau and Jacob.
We're gonna break it down, right? Read on in the article.
Verse 2. That walked down to go down into Egypt.
Oh no, Slack, yeah, drop that, right?
Come.
Drop that and go back to the article you got, right?
Okay, when pharaohs were crowned in ancient Egypt, they were considered to have transformed into God.
Into what?
Into gods.
Ooh-wee. You understand? That don't sound like something far-fetched for what, you know what I'm saying, so-called Africans do, right? They believe themselves to be gods, right? They worship thousands of gods, right? You understand? Read on.
This divine promotion made their coronation day much more important than their birth into the world.
Wait. So this started, it wasn't even based on the actual birth of this man? Like, this wasn't him coming out the womb? That's not what they were celebrating this? Read that one more time.
This divine promotion.
This divine promotion, right?
Made their coronation day much more important than their birth into the world.
You understand? Him becoming a god is how they celebrated it. You understand what I'm saying? That was what they considered to be their birthday. When he was crowned Pharaoh, they put him in that seat. That's his birthday. You understand why? Because now he is a god, right? Read on.
Scholars have pointed to the Bible reference.
To the what?
To the Bible's reference.
Oh, so it is in the scriptures. Read on.
Of a pharaoh's birthday as the earliest known mention of a birthday celebration.
Let's get it. You know what I'm saying? Go to Genesis 40 and 20. You understand? We're gonna go to the book of Genesis, chapter 40 and verse 20, man. You understand? But we're gonna break down that the only people that celebrated this were heathens.
Right.
You understand? You go to and fro in this Bible. Like, you know what I'm saying? They'll ask, but isn't you know what I'm saying? I heard Christmas was in the Bible. I heard this and third, yada yada was in the Bible. And you may find some holidays being broken down in the Bible. Not what they think it is, of course, because it speaks about, you know what I'm saying, the origin of it. You understand? But when you find these so-called modern day holidays in the scriptures, you'll find out that blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians never partaked in them, right? You understand? You find out that the Lord wanted us to have nothing to do with them. You understand? But read that from the top when you got it, right?
The book of Genesis, chapter 40, verse 20.
Uh-huh.
And it came to pass the third day, which was Pharaoh's birthday.
The third day that was what?
Pharaoh's birthday.
You understand? Meaning what? He about to get raised up, right? He about to get raised up. They about to anoint him as a god, right? Read on.
That he made a feast unto all his servants.
Uh-huh.
And he lifted up the head of the chief butler,
right,
and of the chief baker among his servants.
And what does that sound like, man? Doesn't that sound like modern day birthdays too? What happened with your birthday? Everybody get together, you throw a party, you make food, you got food, you know what I'm saying? Food everywhere in the house, leftovers. You understand what I'm saying? What's up, man?
And you give props to the cook.
And you do what?
You give props to the guy who cooked and the guy who made
the same way he bigged him up, like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the chef. You know what I mean? Shout out to my chef. You know what I'm saying? They threw it down, man. Got us eating this glorious food thanks to them. You understand? It ain't no different, right? You know what I'm saying? Was that on verse 20?
And he lifted up the head of the yeah, that's it.
You understand? And a little bit further, you'll find out that, you know what I'm saying, one of them ended up dying, getting killed because Joseph told him, you know what I'm saying, had sent him on a mission. He forgot, you know what I'm saying? He forgot about Joseph. You understand? So Pharaoh got him killed. You understand? But that's a whole nother topic, right? So let's jump back to the article, right? So this is what? This is so-called Africans. You know what I'm saying? Hamites, according to the Bible. You know what I'm saying? These so-called Africans, what? Celebrating their birthday in the Bible, man. You understand? I ain't seen no Israelites celebrating yet, right? What you got?
If I may, like Africans, right, celebrate their birthday so much that, like, if let's say your name is Ojuma, and you're born on Wednesday, your second name is the day that you was born in the week.
Good night.
So your name would be like, because I can't remember the day, but I should know it, but I can't remember. But they give you a name, and your second name is the day that you was born.
You had one years up.
No, I didn't have one. That I didn't have. No. I never had that, but I was dealing with this woman from Ghana, and she told me, like, I think what was it? Wednesday is Touré or some shit she told me. She told me all the days. Some
garbage, right?
All of them have as part of their name the day of the week that they were born.
You understand? Like, you see how simple these heathens are, man. You understand? Like, these other nations, man, they just so goddamn simple. You understand? They don't understand You know what I'm saying? That what they do is vain, man. Like it means nothing. You understand? They do all these things and it means nothing, man. It may sound all good and they got to do this and do that. And you may look at the process like, wow, that's a nice process you got to do. But it's for nothing, man. Yeah, I mean, let's get some more of the article.
Around 3000 BC, but Egyptologist Dr. James Hoffenmeyer believed this, referencing the subject coronation date. Instead of it being his actual date of birth, this is the day of his coronation, as you said.
Exactly, right? Read on.
Since that would have been the Pharaoh's birth as a god.
As a what?
As a god.
You understand? This is the origins of where these birthdays come from, man. You understand? That's what we be trying to tell people. You know what I'm saying? Every holiday we break down, we break down the origins of the holidays. What is it normally about? It's normally about people worshiping their goddamn selves or worshiping another god that isn't the Most High.
That's right.
You understand? That's what all of them about. All of them. It's about worshiping another god. You understand? Eating unlawful food. You know what I'm saying? Or worshiping their goddamn selves, man. You understand? Read on.
The Greeks offered moon-shaped cakes.
They offered what?
Moon-shaped cakes.
Interesting.
Ornaments.
What shape is that moon? That's a circle, ain't it?
Yes.
Okay. Read on.
As a form of tribute to the lunar goddess.
To who?
The lunar goddess.
Oh man, what you got, Sadat? What's up?
So you mean to tell me that the birthday is not necessarily not only celebrating whoever's birthday it is, but another god as well?
Damn right.
Oh wow.
You hitting it right on the head, brother. You understand? Read on.
They had a god for every day of the week.
Every day of the week, right? You know what I'm saying? Read on.
Greeks lit. That's why women are crazy now, because that's what they call them lunatics. It's like,
Oh, this brother right here, boy. Good night.
Stop.
We'll talk about that after class.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it. Go ahead. Read on.
Greeks lit candles and put them on cakes for a glowing effect.
For a what?
Glowing effect.
Okay, read on.
The Greeks most likely took the idea of birthday celebration from the Egyptians.
From who?
The Egyptians.
Man, that sounds mighty familiar, man. You know what I'm saying? Because what you're going to learn about America's their whole, you know what I'm saying, doctrine and way of living and their government and how it's set up comes from Egypt, man.
That's right.
You understand?
Their structure.
They what?
Their structure.
The whole structure, man. You understand? Down to the damn foundations of their buildings and their monuments. You know what I mean? Why? Because they love Egypt. Why? Because it's synonymous with the slavery of Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. You know what I mean? Read on.
Since, just like the celebration of the pharaohs as gods, the Greeks were celebrating their gods and goddesses.
They were doing what?
Celebrating their gods and goddesses.
So the so-called Africans will celebrate their gods, right? Their pharaohs and the gods that their pharaohs serve, you know what I'm saying, and the people serve. And then the Greeks were doing what again?
Celebrating their gods and goddesses.
Real quick, go to 2nd Maccabees, right? Go to 2nd Maccabees chapter 6 and verse 9, right?
That's the Bible.
God. Let me get that with you.
I got it out.
You got it, read from the top.
The book of 2nd Maccabees, chapter 6, verse 9. And whoso would not conform themselves to the manner of the Gentiles.
Whoso that would not what?
Conform themselves.
What does that mean? What does it mean, conform themselves? What's up, y'all?
If I may. To conform yourself is to go along with and to, follow after.
Right. You understand? Read on.
Of the Gentiles should be put to death.
Will be what?
Put to death.
Will be what?
Put to death.
You understand? That's what you gotta understand about these heathens, man. You understand? Like when you also read it in the Maccabees, you understand? You'll find out that they were slaughtering our people, man. Why? Because we did not want to follow, you understand, what they believed in, man. We didn't want to drop following the Most High, you know what I'm saying, and celebrating our high holy days and keeping our customs, you understand? So they would kill us, man, and slaughter us, man. The same way that they did what? The same way that they killed that mother and her 7 sons.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? This is what the so-called, you know what I'm saying, Greeks were doing to us in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? This is what they were doing to us, man. Like, and this is how, you know what I'm saying, this is how the so-called oppressor spreads his doctrine, man. You know what I'm saying? Spreads his religion, spreads his belief. He spreads it with death. He spreads it with killing, man. You understand what I'm saying? That's how you spread, you know what I'm saying, what you want to be proliferated throughout the earth, man. You understand? Now, as of right now, our battle is what? We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but principalities. You understand? We are in efficient mode right now, as the scriptures say. You understand? But in due time, the Lord will call for those hunters. You understand what I'm saying? What's going to happen? No one on this earth will ever, you know what I'm saying, worship Buddha. You know what I'm saying? You got to get, all right, Shalom, you have what you thought. Go out, brother, coming out. You understand? No one will ever worship Caesar Borgia no more. There will be a day and time where there will be no worshipers of them no more. You understand what I'm saying? You remember when we got broken down the other day? That's how you get rid of them right there. You understand? When them, it damn sure was, right? When the many hunters come, man, you understand? It ain't gonna be nobody worshiping no Caesar Borgia no more. Ain't nobody gonna be worshiping no Buddha no more. You understand what I'm saying? No Egypt squalology, no none of that garbage, no more.
If I may,
what's up?
Not gonna be mentioned anymore.
Man. They ain't even gonna be mentioned, brother. You understand? It's gonna be a point in time where you don't even know who the hell they are. You understand? Read on.
Then might a man have seen the present misery.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 10.
No, drop that, right? You understand? Like that. That's what you gotta understand. Like, they would put us to death, man. They were killing blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man, slaughtering us, man, by the thousands, by the hundreds of thousands. Why? Because we didn't want to, you know what I'm saying, follow their doctrine, man, follow their beliefs. You understand what I'm saying? Now jump back to that article, right? Let's get some more of that article.
This is some good information, huh? Romans would celebrate birthdays for their friends and family, while the government created public holidays to observe birthdays of more famous citizens.
Of what?
More famous citizens.
You understand? Like you see how it starts over time and starts to evolve. Starts to evolve and starts to change. It started with the Egyptians, you understand, who were just doing what? Just worshiping their pharaoh, man. You understand? Then it moved down to the Greeks, you understand, who were what? Worshiping themselves and other gods, right? Now read that one more time. What do you say?
Romans would celebrate birthdays for friends and family, while the government created public holidays to observe the birthdays of more famous citizens.
You understand what I'm saying? Public holidays. Meaning if you were famous, you sat in a high seat, you understand, amongst the Romans, they made sure everyone knew about your birthday. They made sure the whole city acknowledged your birthday. You got the praises that you deserved and the acknowledgement you deserved and the gifts and the food, you understand, the glorious feast. You know what I mean? Why? Because they are heathens, man. You understand? And this is the type of things that they do. You know what I mean? This is what they do. You understand? Read on.
Those celebrating a 50th birthday party would receive a special cake made of wheat flour, olive oil, honey, and grated cheese. Because
I'm pretty sure back then that was the good stuff back then. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? As of now, that sounds terrible to me. Right? Read on.
All of this said, female birthdays still weren't celebrated until around the 12th century.
Wait, say that one more time?
Female birthday, but all of this said, female birthdays weren't celebrated until around the 12th century.
So we talking about some from Egypt, we talking about from the Greeks, we talking about to the Romans, and then a little bit later after the Romans, you understand? Was about them 1,000 years, right? They didn't even start celebrating the birthdays of women yet. You understand? Like you see how pagan this is? This is so pagan, man. You understand? Like over years, all it's doing is changing and changing and changing. You know what I'm saying? When you go in this Bible, the scripture say what? The Lord said, I change not, man. You know what I'm saying? The ways of the Lord do not change. The words in this Bible do not change. You understand? These laws, statutes, and commandments do not change. You understand? How the Passover is handled does not change. How the Feast of Tabernacles is handled does not change. How the memorial of the blowing of the trumpets is handled does not change, man. You understand? Everything that we follow, our culture, you know what I'm saying, this doctrine, you know what I'm saying, does not change, man. And it will never change, man. You understand? These heathens do what best fits them at the time. What makes them feel good, what makes them help them sleep at night. You understand what I'm saying? Read on.
Due to its belief that humans are born with original sin, and the fact that early birthdays were tied to pagan.
Here's the definition of pagan.
Got it? Most High Christ the White.
What we got?
A person holding religious beliefs other than those of the main world religions.
Right. You know what I'm saying? What's the other one? Should be another one, right?
Okay, I got another one. A follower of a polytheistic religion, as in ancient Rome, meaning of many gods.
Meaning heathens,
God.
Man.
Yeah.
You understand? When you think pagan, just think heathens. Just think non-Israelites. You understand? Just think the so-called oppressor. You know what I mean? Think the Romans, think the Greeks, think the Egyptians, think these other nations, man, when it comes to being pagan. You understand? Because the only
Right.
And he is the father of the nation of Israel. You understand? What's up, y'all?
There's another definition that's appropriate.
Let me see.
One who has little or no religion, who delights in sensual pleasures and material goods.
That sounds just like Esau to me.
Right. Yeah.
That sounds just like Esau to me. You know what I'm saying? That don't sound like the God in this Bible right here that I'm reading. That don't sound like the people that follow the Most High in this Bible either. You know what I'm saying? Because everything that we do is what? It's selfless, man. You know what I mean? I mean, hell, when do we ever acknowledge ourselves, our puny selves anyway? You know what I'm saying? I ain't nothing, man. You understand? Even when my brother tried to beat me out, hey, man, I ain't nothing, bro. You know what I'm saying? You the real soldier. You understand what I'm saying? We go back and forth all day, man. You understand? Because we're not prideful in here, man. We as humble as they come. We learn to be that way. You understand? We're not conformed by this society, this world, man. You know what I mean? We're not pushed over and budge, and, you know what I'm saying, and change and adjust because this world wants us to, because they don't like us. Hell no. You understand what I'm saying? I'll be damned. Right? Read on. That's not the type of men, you know what I'm saying, Commander Jim Yohana raises in this school. He raises mighty men, you understand, who don't fold, bend, or break for nothing. You understand? What we do is we teach this truth, and we will continue to do so to the day that we croak. You know what I mean? So we get that last breath, that's it. You know what I mean? And then it's going to be what? It's going to be a Most High in Christ.
Right.
You understand? The next soldier going to step up and take that brother place.
Right.
You understand? Read on.
Christian church considered birthday celebrations evil for the first few hundred years.
Hold up, brother. Say that one more time, right?
Christian church considered birthday celebrations evil for the first few hundred years of its existence.
So the Christian church, when they first came across birthday, they was like, oh, this is evil. They didn't even acknowledge that something that they should do for the first what?
Few hundred years of its existence.
Few hundred years, brother. You understand? Read on, let's get some more.
Around the 4th century, Christians changed their mind.
They did what?
Changed their mind.
You understand what I'm saying?
And began to celebrate the birthday of Jesus.
Like they weren't even solid on what they believed in. You understand? They couldn't even stay solid for more than a few hundred years. You know what I mean? What's up?
The 4th century is the 300. That's when they had the Council of Nicaea. That's probably when it happened.
I wouldn't be surprised.
You know, it falls in line somewhere thereafter.
I wouldn't be surprised, right? You know what I'm saying? But this is how you know we're dealing with pagans, man. We're dealing with heathens. We're dealing with people that have no goddamn structure, man. They don't have any honor. You understand? That's why the Isupk has not changed since 1969.
That's right.
You understand? We're going to stay the same, man. We're going to keep the spirit of the Lord. We're going to keep this Bible. You understand what I'm saying? We're going to keep this doctrine. And it's going to stay the same. You understand? This Bible will never change. We will change before this Bible changes. And we're not changing for no goddamn one. You understand why? Because this is who the Lord wants us to be. You understand? But this is how you know, like Christians not even 10 toes solid about what they believe they damn selves, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? They call it evil for the first few hundred years, and they're like, oh, okay, it's been a few hundred years. Maybe it's not that bad. You understand? Like you should never conform yourself, you know what I'm saying, to a doctrine that you don't believe is true, man. You understand? What sense does that make? You know what I mean? Like, you know, you like Christianity, man, like it's just such a simple religion, such an easy religion. Why? Because anybody can be a Christian. Anybody. What's up, Sadat?
Salaki, if I may. And you don't have to follow all of the law, statutes, and commandments in the Bible.
That's right.
Sadat, you ain't got to follow none of them. You humble. He said all. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to follow number one, Sadat. Why? Because the Lord knows y'all, brother. He knows y'all. You know what I'm saying? What's up, guys?
Gotta follow one.
Which one is that? The tithes. They ain't even, but you know what's even crazy about that though, right? They don't even do that right. Why? Because we know tithes is what? 10% of any increase the Lord gives you, give to who? The treasury department or teaching. You understand? And you give your money to that pastor, and you see that when you go back to him because you need help, and you've been loyal and giving your money and giving your percentage, and he tells you to go pray to the Lord, and he'll make things work out for you. You understand? What's going on, brother?
I dealt in a situation where it was that they had to ask for something, and they sent you to the Red Cross and Blue Shield.
Good night. You see the type of monster we dealing with, man? You understand? He's gonna send you straight to the oppressor. Why? Because that's who he follow anyway. It's not like he knows anything else other than that. He couldn't possibly be a human being and give you some of his money. No. He couldn't possibly do that. That's not something that he can fathom, right? You understand? Because maybe because he ain't got it like that. You know, I mean, I understand he got the new Mercedes Benz and he got the Learjet and he got like 3 or 4 mansions. I understand, but maybe he ain't got, you know what I'm saying, enough to pay, you know what I'm saying, $750 for your rent. He might not have it, right? You know what I'm saying? He does have it, man. He just don't give a damn about you.
Right.
Let's just be honest. None of these Christian pastors give a damn about anybody but they goddamn selves. You understand? You can if that's luck. Yeah, you understand? Read on the article, brother. We come on the show.
Christians changed their mind and began to celebrate the birthday of Jesus as the holiday of Christmas. This new celebration.
This what?
This new celebration.
This new celebration because it hasn't been here forever. You understand? It damn sure ain't been here as long as this Bible, right? Read on.
This new celebration was accepted into the church partly in hopes of recruiting those already celebrating the Roman holiday of Saturnalia.
Stop. Listen, Giannis up, man.
No.
What you reading cannot be true, brother. Read it one more time. This is against the people that understand, right? They leaving out now. They're like, oh, hell no, I can't celebrate birthdays. They tripping. You know what I'm saying? Read it one more time, right?
This new celebration was accepted into the church.
Into the what?
Into the church.
You understand? That disgusting, foul, you know what I'm saying, wicked place that should be goddamn turned into a goddamn homeless shelter, right? Read on.
This new celebration was accepted into the church partly in hopes of recruiting those already celebrating the Roman holiday of Saturnalia.
Of what?
Saturnalia.
You understand? You know about that holiday?
This is the worship of the son of Saturn.
And worship of who?
Saturn. And Saturday was named after that god.
You damn right. You understand? Which is what? Them Romans, man. Them disgusting Romans who had a god for every day. You understand what I'm saying? Like they had multiple gods, but we know in this Bible, there's only one true power, man. You understand?
Sorry, Craig.
You know what I'm saying? What you had? You had something?
It's just that, like, every time we do these research and these studies, it all leads back to Egypt and Rome. No matter, I don't care what we talk about or what we read.
And Greece too.
And Greco-Roman. It always leads back to them, no matter what. Birthdays, all type of things that we brought out, that Isupk has brought out, always leads back to that. All paganism.
Read on, let's get some more, right?
5, contemporary birthday cakes were invented by German bakers.
You know what I'm saying? Now we're getting, you know what I'm saying, to the cakes and whatnot, right? You understand? But real quick back on the Christians. You understand? Like the Christian church, they didn't even accept it at first, man. But who celebrates birthdays more now? Everybody in the Christian church, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They celebrate birthdays like it's in the Bible. And it even said that they did what? They added Christ's birthday to it to do what? Read that part one more time, because that was heavy too, right?
and began to celebrate the birthday of Jesus as a holiday of Christmas, this new celebration was accepted into the church partly in hopes of recruiting those already celebrating the Roman holiday of Saturnalia.
Like, this is like a game, man. You understand? Like, this place, like that Christian church is just disgusting, man. Like, it's in hopes to recruit people, you understand what I'm saying, who are already following and worshiping other gods. You understand? It's disgusting, man. It's what? It's business. It's business, y'all. It's all about money. Because they know if they can recruit them people, you understand what happened? They gonna get more money in them churches. You understand? They gonna be able to buy them that mega church they've been wanting, right? So what they gonna do? They gonna try to link Christ's birth to so-called birthdays when they've never proven that to be in the Bible, man. You understand? They've never proven Christ's birthday, you know what I'm saying, ever being celebrated in the goddamn Bible, man. You know what I mean? But read on.
Although the general idea of celebrating birthday had already started taking off around the world, like in China, where a child's first birthday was specifically honored.
Real quick, give me where you at right there, right? Give me Mark 6:1. Right? We're gonna go to somebody else, you know what I'm saying, in the Bible who celebrated their birthday, right?
The book of Mark, chapter 6, verse 1.
Verse 21.
Verse 21. And when a convenient day was come.
A what?
A convenient day.
What does convenient mean?
Like a day off or something.
Convenient, like it's just like if I say, oh, it's convenient for me to come to the school today because I don't gotta work. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not out of the way, right? It's not causing me no stress. It's easy for me to do, right? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm.
Damn, I lost it there. 6 and
21.
21. So like that.
You too, that's right.
And when a convenient day was come, and Herod on his birthday.
Who?
Herod.
Who was that, Deanna? Come on, man. I know you know about that. I know you know about that heathen, man. What was he? What was his nationality? He was a Roman, which is a so-called Ethiopian, man. You understand? He was their so-called oppressor. You understand? Read on.
On his birthday.
On his what?
Birthday.
On his what, Yanazar?
On his birthday.
You understand? On his birthday, man. Another goddamn heathen celebrating their birthday. You understand? Let's see what he decided to do on his birthday.
On his birthday, made a supper to his Lord.
He did a what?
Made a supper to his Lord.
So just like the Egyptians, just like the Greeks, you know what I'm saying, the Romans, you understand what I'm saying? This heathen man, you understand, he made a supper, man. He made a feast just like everybody else did, man. Just like blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians do today. You know what I'm saying? You make that feast, you make that food, you know what I mean? You celebrate your birthday, all this nonsense in the spirit of what? In the spirit of worshiping other gods, man. And you don't even know. You think it's got something to do with, you know what I'm saying, with you know what I'm saying, your actual date of birth. And I've been in here for 25 years and it's got nothing to do with that, man. That's not how, you know what I'm saying, your birthday was even started. You understand? Read on.
Kinderfest, which comes out of late 18th century Germany, is the closest prerequisite to the contemporary birthday party.
To the what?
Contemporary birthday party.
All right, read on.
This celebration was held for German children, or Kinder, and involved both birthday cakes and candles.
Oh, wait.
Kids got one candle for each year they've been alive.
They got one candle for what?
Each year they've been alive.
And who are we talking about that initiated this?
The Germans.
The so-called Germans. Like you see how like over time everybody just taking what was already taught and then they do what? They add a little bit more of what is more appealing to them. What satisfies them. You understand what I'm saying? Not what's most important to the Lord, right? Not what's most important to the Most High, not what's according to the scriptures, but what satisfies them. You understand? Read on.
plus another to symbolize the hope of living for at least one more year.
Good night.
That's with an extra candle for good luck.
Come, you know what I mean? Look, and you know, look, yeah.
You know, you're 11 years old when they put 12.
Yeah, man. You know, it always fun, like I'm saying, lucky, I ain't even had to deal with that, man. You know what I'm saying, growing up, like, you know what I'm saying, that wasn't even like a thing in my household like that. Like,
I never had a birthday party in my life until I was like 50 years old.
Good night, man.
And I didn't even want that. But okay, blowing out the candles and making a wish was also a part of these celebrations.
Was also a what?
Part of these celebrations.
So now we got the candles on the cake, we already had the cake, right? Because the cake was what? Was to celebrate another goddess who was the god of the moon. You understand what I'm saying? And then they added the candle, which is for a glowing effect to symbolize the moon. You understand? Now, you know what I'm saying? The Germans have switched the meaning of the candles to being what? To making a wish. And let's put an extra up here, you know what I'm saying? Why? So maybe you live an extra year. We're gonna wish, you know what I'm saying? I hope you live an extra year. You understand?
Wish and blow out the candle.
Right. You know what I'm saying? How simple is that, man? How simple is that, man? You sit here putting candles on a goddamn cake. Like, that is going to mean you're going to live another year. You understand? Like, what sense does that make? That you better off going to the damn lady that got the little, what's her name? The lady that got the little ball. She's trying to tell you the future, the fortune teller. You better off going to her to see if you're going to live another year. At least she's going to tell you something that makes more sense. But you're putting candles on a goddamn cake and blowing out the candles like, oh, yes, I'm going to live another year now. Like, what sense does that make, man? It makes no goddamn sense, man. You understand? And celebrating these things and engaging in these things only brings destruction to so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, man. You understand? That's why Isaiah 30, what? Woe unto the rebellious children, man. Would do what? Which take on that covering, man. Take on the spirit of these other nations and their doctrine. The Lord is going to punish us for following these other nations, man. Which he does, which he will continue to do until we get our act together. You understand what I'm saying? Until we get our act together, the Lord is going to continue to punish us, man. You understand? What you got, Youngzor?
I was going to say, like, it had got so bad with the birthdays, you know, that, you know, I saw birthdays where, like, after they blow out the candle, like, they would take a piece of cake and, like, smash it into the face of the honoree, you know, shit like that, which I always hated that. But, you know, I don't know if they did that down here, but I know they started doing that shit.
I've seen it in, like, movies and stuff, but I ain't never, like, I see somebody go through it.
Like, that shit is disgusting.
Oh, you saying like they actually do it, is what they do?
Yeah, they do that shit like, you know, like they take a piece of cake and whoever's birthday it is, they'll smash the the cake in his face. That shit was wicked to me. I never, like I said, even though I was a Christian at the time. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, kind of. No sweat.
They do that shit, man. That shit is crazy.
They do. It's some more in the article, or is that it? Or lie?
It's more.
Well, let's get it.
For quite some time, birthday celebrations involving sugary cakes were only available to the wealthy.
To the what?
To the wealthy. To the very wealthy.
To the what?
To the very wealthy.
I mean, it won't no poor thing anyway. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you can't afford the sugar. You barely got flour. You understand? Hell, I don't know if you got eggs. You might have a few eggs, but not enough to be wasting on damn cake. You understand what I'm saying? Like, this was a delicacy. You know what I'm saying? For rich people, man. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Youngzor?
This is the 18th century, the 1700s, right? So sugar is very expensive. It's only for the wealthy. Here comes us in slavery. Sugar plantations, making sugar available to everybody. This whole fucking earth, Salakia, is built on our backs, man.
You understand? And damn right, brother. This entire place is built on our back. Further proving why we should never engage or follow the doctrines of these other nations, man. You understand? Hey, shalom to everybody in the chat. You know what I'm saying? The water for y'all tuning in. Be sure to like and share the page, man. You understand? So we can proliferate this truth according to the Bible. You understand? It is, man. It is. You know what I'm saying? Read it. Read the can read it. There's no more on there, right?
But the Industrial Revolution allowed celebrations like Kinderfest and the subsequent equivalents in other cultures to proliferate.
Good night, man.
In other words, the money off the backs of the slaves made everybody be able to do it.
You understand? Because they got, you know what I'm saying, all that goddamn free labor. You know what I'm saying? Those rich people were like, you know, but maybe we can give more sugar to the poor, right? We can provide them with more things. And give them a little bit more money for their jobs that they working in, their salaries, you know what I'm saying? So they can be able to, you know what I'm saying, buy some more sugar because we got more, right?
If I may.
What's up?
I don't know. From now on, the Industrial Revolution is code word for slavery, man. That's it. That's how they try to describe it.
I couldn't agree with you more, brother.
You know, because the Industrial Revolution was orchestrated from the profits of slavery.
Right. You understand? Is it more on that? Where we at now? We get to the birthday song yet?
The birthday song is next. We can skip the rest of this.
Yeah. Go to the birthday song then.
The birthday song. Check this out. This is funny. Was a remix.
Was it what? Good night.
Yeah, that's good. That's what it says. The birthday song was a remix, kind of.
All right, let's read it, man. Come on, man. Let's get into this. Let's get into this garbage, man. You understand? Like just so you know what I'm saying, brothers and sisters know it's like we don't do this research because it's something that we just naturally just interested in or really give a damn about. Like I could give a damn about a birthday. Why? Because for one, I know it's not in the Bible, and God never intended for us to celebrate it. You understand what I'm saying? But in order to debunk the lies, you understand, in order to lift up that veil on brothers and sisters' eyes, you got to teach the truth. You know what I'm saying? You got to teach the truth. And so we got to break down and show you the origin of the things that we celebrate in today's time. You understand? And they're not what we think they are. You understand what I'm saying? Like the origin of this birthday, I'll be breaking it down, is nothing like what it is today, y'all. Nothing like what it is today. Like that birthday, that little boy, he's not Pharaoh. He's not being raised up as a god. He don't even think he's being worshipped as a god. You understand what I'm saying? But that's the whole spirit behind it, man. You know what I'm saying? He don't think he's blowing out those candles to pray that he gets to live another year. He don't know. You understand what I'm saying? But this is the origin. This is the, you know what I'm saying, like if we said birthdays started because child molesters and pedophiles, you know what I'm saying, would rape the children, and the longer the children stayed alive, they would celebrate their birthday. Then he'd be more susceptible to be like, oh, I would never celebrate a birthday. Do you know how birthdays started? It started like this, and this. You understand? But it's like when we bring out this knowledge and this history, you know what I'm saying, people are more inclined to just not even care and to disregard it and say, well, it's not like that now. It's not like that in today's time. The kids love birthdays. The same way we broke down Easter, we broke down how disgusting and wicked that is and how it was all about just having fun. You understand what I'm saying? Eating goddamn rabbits and whatnot and having leftover rabbits. You understand what I'm saying? We know rabbits don't lay no goddamn eggs. It's like, this is the type of people we dealing with, man. You know what I'm saying? We dealing with these heathens who don't understand a goddamn thing. And following the birthdays of these so-called heathens, man, it's taking on their covering, man. Taking their counsel. You understand? When the Lord never intended for us to deal with them.
Right.
You understand? Read on.
In 1883, Patty Hill.
Who?
Patty Hill and Mildred J. Hill wrote a song called Good Morning to All, which was intended to be sung by students before class began.
Right, read on.
The song eventually caught on across America, giving rise to a number of variations. Robert Coleman eventually published a songbook in 1924, adding a few extra lyrics that would quickly come to overshadow the original line.
They'll come to do what?
Overshadow the original line.
You understand? So the remix damn near just took out the original song, basically. You know what I'm saying? They didn't even want to hear the original song no more. Like, you know how people, you hear an original song or something, but then somebody come out with a remix, you're like, damn, I don't like the original song no more. We just gonna play this. You know what I'm saying? What's up?
The new rendition became the version we all know today as Happy Birthday to You.
You understand? We don't even know that is a remix of another whole song, man.
Wow, that's something.
You know what I'm saying? We don't even know that. Why? Because no one takes the time out to look up these type of things. Why? Because we are just simple as hell, as the scripture says. You know what I'm saying? But not in our eyes should be careful.
That's right.
Not in our eyes should be careful. Commander General Hunter. Commander General Hunter not raising those simple Negroes back here. You know what I'm saying? He's not raising those simple women back here. You understand what I'm saying? He's raising priests and prophets of the Lord, man. True scholars, true biblical scholars, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Who do our goddamn research. Why? Because I'd be damned if I let my people, you know what I'm saying, live a lie. I'd be damned if I let them think that they worshiping God and what they doing is okay when it's not. Why? Because a real man would not do that. Right. In the same way, if your child is on drugs, you're going to tell your child to do what? To stop doing those drugs. And you're going to tell them the way that those drugs can harm him and how in the long run it's going to affect their life. That's the same way we are in this school, man. That's right. You understand? We look at our people like we love them because we do. We look at our people like they're our children, they're our brothers, and they're our sisters because they are. Right. You understand? And I don't want none of my family to be hurt by nothing that's in this disgusting and wicked world we live in. That's right. You understand what I'm saying? Drop there, brother. You could put up, let me get on Jeremiah 10:2, right? We can get a few scriptures and we're going to close it out.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 10, verse 2. Thus saith the Lord.
Thus saith who?
The Lord.
You know what I'm saying? Not Mahayar. You know what I'm saying? Not Yanazar, not Sadat. Thus saith the Lord, man, the Most High. Meaning what? Meaning if you got a problem with what's about to be said, you take it up with him.
That's right.
Don't take it up with me. I'm just relaying the message, man. You understand? It is what it is. Read on.
Learn not the way of the heathen.
Of the who?
The heathen.
The who?
The heathen.
It say, learn not the way of the heathen, man. You know what I'm saying? Learn not the way of the pagans, man. Right. Learn not the way of the Romans. Learn not the way of the Greeks. Learn not the way of the Egyptians, man. Why? Read on.
And be not dismayed at the signs of heaven.
And be not dismayed at what?
The signs of heaven.
You understand? Don't be worrying about your zodiac signs and, you know what I'm saying? What they call them? What they call them? Your horoscopes. You understand? I swear, man. So many people they be on that so hard, man. They be like, oh, you a Sagittarius? Oh, we ain't gonna get along. Yeah. We gonna bump heads. Like, woman, if I would have never told you that, you understand what I'm saying? You would never have known. You know what I mean? Like, what's up?
You know what I'm saying? I'm a true Aries.
True, right. Like there's fake ones out there, right? Good night. Like they got the off-brand version and they got her. You know what I mean? And they're right.
If I may.
Mm-hmm. What's up?
In the 70s, the horoscope was like, it was good game. Like, you could use the horoscope like to pull chicks. Like, no shit, because it was new.
So you be like, oh yeah, I'm a Cancer. She be like, oh,
yeah.
Let me Google what you are.
Like, horoscope really like broke out. I mean, it's been here.
Yeah, it's been for a minute.
But it became like a popular thing. They had this guy in the newspaper, like he used to read the horoscope, you know, for each sign every day. It was in the newspaper and it was on the radio too. And horoscope became like the first question you would ask a chick, what's your sign? You know what I'm saying? That was back in the 70s. I never forget that shit.
Good night.
And that's how it proliferated.
So you say you would ask her what your sign and
when you meet a chick, like
that's gonna determine like how you come next.
Yeah.
You can be like, oh, you a Cancer? Yeah, my ride outside.
Yeah.
Oh man. You understand? That's it on that, right? You understand? Drop that. Give me. Is there more of that?
For the heathen are dismayed at them.
Wait, for the who?
The heathen are dismayed at them.
You understand? Let's let these so-called Romans, these Greeks, and these Egyptians, let's let them follow and practice these birthdays, man. You understand? Because they believe it wards off evil spirits, and you know the candle is the cake symbolizes the moon, and you know what I mean. You celebrate the birthday because Pharaoh was being turned into a god. Like, let's let them, you know what I'm saying, engage and practice and all that goddamn nonsense while we do what? Well, we come serve the true power, man. Or we come serve the Lord. You know what I'm saying? The brother quoted scripture earlier. We're going to put it again. You know what I'm saying? Give me Proverbs 9 and 10. You know what I'm saying? The brother pulled the order. You know what I'm saying? The powerful brother, Officer Ma'akwa. You understand? A pillar in this goddamn truth. Pulled the scripture for you earlier to let you know what. You know what I'm saying? Read from the top.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 9, verse 10. The fear of the Lord.
The what?
The fear of the Lord.
Not the fear of evil spirits.
The fear of the Lord.
No, not the fear of Pharaoh.
The fear of the Lord.
No, not the fear of the Roman kings.
The fear of the Lord.
You understand? Read on.
Is the beginning of wisdom.
Like, this is our wisdom, man. You understand? You gotta fear the Most High, man. You gotta fear the Lord. You worried about COVID-19. You understand? How about you fear the person who created it?
Right.
You understand? How about you fear the person who is allowing it to be proliferated throughout this earth? You understand? I don't give a damn what nobody say. This ain't no disease made in no goddamn lab. It ain't. The Lord, there is an angel who is in charge of COVID-19. You understand what I'm saying? There is an angel who is making sure whoever needs to get it. No matter what. You understand what's going on?
If I may. Like COVID-19 is just because it came out in the year 2019.
Right.
But the coronavirus, there was a lot of different versions of it. Yeah. And they had vaccines for those versions.
Because it's an extreme case of the flu.
This is a whole new strain of that shit.
Yes.
Man. They didn't make this shit.
Because what happens when, you know what I'm saying, we get these viruses, you know what I'm saying? As they go in your body and your body destroys them, that virus learns how to evolve. Exactly. It grows and it adapts to what you are using to fight it off. You know what I'm saying? We know that's exactly what happens. You understand? Why do you think they give us shots to take in the hospital? Why? So our body can learn what this is and learn how to fight off. You think that virus can't do the same thing? You understand what I'm saying? You think it's gonna be defeated like a bad guy in the movie every time? No, it's gonna win sometimes. Like it's beating the hell out of America right now. You understand? Like Slovakia, like it's beating the hell out of the world right now. You understand what I'm saying? And it's because the Lord wants it to, man. Right. You understand? And it is well deserved. You understand? And if you fear the coronavirus, then you should catch the coronavirus. You should catch it. You understand? You fear the coronavirus more than you fear the Lord. You should get the coronavirus. You understand? Maybe that's what you deserve, right? You know what I'm saying? If that's what you that scared of, right? Instead of fearing the person who created the heavens and the earth, who made you the way you are, you fear a virus. You understand that they say you ain't got to catch if you stay out of contact and stay 6 feet from people. You know what I mean? And wash your hands. Basically, do what you're supposed to do any goddamn way. You understand what I'm saying? Because only filthy and disgusting people had to even learn how to follow these laws about like 6 feet and washing your hands and not touching people's hands. It's like us in the UPK, we're not close to just any and everybody anyway. You understand what I'm saying? What's up to that?
And it's crazy that you say that, sir, because at the end of the day, how many years from before now have you heard about, white folks don't wash their hands when they use the bathroom?
Come on, man. That is not far-fetched. That is not far. Let's be honest. That's not far-fetched, man. You understand? What's up, young guy?
Even Malcolm X said in 1963, he said the reason why the white man don't want you around him is because he don't want you to know how filthy he is.
He don't want what?
He don't want you to know how filthy he is.
Like, he's disgusted, man. And history has proven it. Like, what's up?
My mother used to work as a domestic, and she used to come home and tell me, man, she used to clean the Jews' house up in Co-op City and shit. And, this is a big complex up in the North Bronx. And she used to work up there as a domestic. And she used to tell me how filthy them white people were.
They're disgusting, man. They're disgusting. They're naturally disgusting.
That's right. They portray themselves as godlike.
They do what?
Portray themselves as godlike.
They don't even know what the hell the Most High is, man. They don't know the Most High is also what? A nigga like us.
That's right.
They don't know Christ is also what? A nigga like us. Right. You understand what I'm saying? He is nothing like them, man. You understand? But in the ISU came in, we're going to keep proliferating this truth. We're going to get one more, right? Let's get Leviticus 18:3. We're going to clip it up on this one, right?
The book of Leviticus, chapter 18, verse 3.
Uh-huh.
And so, sometimes I just turn the page and go right to it.
No, you're good. It be like that sometimes. You get to slipping them pages too much, man. The Bible just follow what you want, right? Mm-hmm.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 18, verse 3.
Uh-huh.
After the doings of the land of Egypt.
Of the land of where?
Egypt.
Which is where these so-called birthdays started to begin with, right? The whole spirit behind it started in Egypt. You understand? Read on.
Wherein ye dwelt.
Where we were at one point in time, right? Us blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. So we knew about this so-called, you know what I'm saying, doctrine to follow, right? We knew about it. We had heard about it. You understand? Read on.
Shall ye not do?
No, we should do.
Shall ye not do?
No, Yanzar, we should celebrate our birthday.
Not do.
Read on.
And after the doings of the land of Canaan, whither I bring you, shall ye not do neither.
You understand? The Lord don't want us to engage or do anything that these so-called heathens do, man.
Right.
Why? Because the Bible says we are a holy people unto the Lord, man. You understand? He chose us to be a special people, man. He don't give a damn about what let these other nations bake their cake, put their candles on their cake and blow them out. You understand? How about you cherish every day the Lord allows you to breathe?
Right.
How about you do that? You're a black, Hispanic, Native American, and you cherish every day the Lord allows you to breathe, man. You don't wait no whole 365 to be like, happy birthday. Come on, man. Let's not be stupid, man. We too goddamn old for that. You understand? How long, as the scripture say, man, how long we gonna continue to be simple, man?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? How long we gonna continue to be stupid? It makes no sense to do it, man. So don't do it.
Right.
I tell you what. Focus on yourself and stop being so goddamn selfish. Maybe it'll be easier. Stop wanting praises and applause and just love from every goddamn body. Maybe that'll help you out. You understand? Come into the Isupk, we'll teach you how to not be so goddamn insecure, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? We'll teach you how to not be so damn wanting like everyone to love you, man. You know what I'm saying? What's up? What you got? Feminine, man. It's feminine as hell, man. Don't know brother in the Isupk when everybody's standing around him, you know what I'm saying? Shouting out his name, you know what I'm saying? And screaming praises all to him. Niggas don't want that. Why do you think we give the credit to who? We say Most High in Christ. Because it ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm not in this seat right now because of my goddamn self. Right. I'm in this seat because the Lord wanted me to be here. Right. You understand what I'm saying? I just so happened to answer the call when it came. Right. You understand what I'm saying? I'm just a mere vessel, man, doing what I can do to teach you. You understand what I'm saying? What's going on? Good night. You understand? If you got understanding, right? As the Bible means what it means when it says that you got an ear to me, if you got that understanding, you understand what I'm saying? If you understand that the word that you living in is something that's a little off about it, something's not right. You understand? But you don't know to go left or to go right. You get your fly and you come to the Isupk.
That's right.
You understand? And with that, I'm gonna pass the class over to priest and officers to that.